Sweet. It looks like we are live. Let me make sure that we are
Yeah,
live on Facebook and everything there because a lot of people messaged me today. Super excited for this. I need a lot of people said, "Hey, dude, send me the invite. Let me get the link. Let me make sure my people are there." Let me go ahead and here we go. Let me tag you in this as well and make sure you're there. Awesome, man. I'm excited for today.
yeah. Me
So,
too, dude.
now that we're live, I'll just get rocking, right? Let's forget about the logistics real quick because that's not what everybody's here for. They're here for learning about what's going down. So, let's break it down. Super excited. Suneet Agarwal, you have made a move. You made an announcement last week that I think a lot of people got wildly excited about, but it also brought some questions, right? You made the move to LPT. You brought one of the most successful, you're already successful franchise, already running and operating one of the most successful independent brokerages in the US,
Top team in California.
top team in California, right? Don't forget that. He'll never let you forget that. Um, and for good reason, you earned it, man. You deserve
Oh
all
yeah.
that. So then you made the move to LPT and you shared your excitement, a little bit of your vision, but it's got a lot of us asking why. So walk us through what was the catalyst for making the move and why are you here?
Yeah, totally, dude. That is a great question. And yeah, we've been getting a lot of questions and comments about it. So I'm super excited to share with everybody. For me, I had my team for thank you, Mark. I had my team since I think it's going on 8 years now. And during that time of being on the team, I also decided to open up an independent brokerage. And I'll tell you why I made that decision. Is because at the time, let's face it, dude, I was like 4 years in the friggin' business or some shit, right? Like it wasn't a long time. So I didn't understand what the logistics of running a brokerage when I opened one. And let me make that a lesson to everybody. It doesn't need to be perfect when you start. It's speed to action that'll help you win, right? So I decided to open a brokerage, and the reason why was because I could have the opportunity to work with a wide variety of different types of real estate pros.
Hmm.
Not everybody would want to be on my team, and not everybody would want to be in my brokerage. However, we could find something that worked for them, right? And when we opened was um, prior to any of prior to any of the other like popularization of the other cloud-based models. Like it all happened around the same time,
Okay.
right? So that's why I opened a brokerage in the first place, was for more opportunities to work with more people and have impact on more people, right? That's what I'm all about, is impact. And we do that through coaching, through Reside platform, all these things. And I was thinking about it this morning when preparing for this, was like, dude, I'm so fortunate. I get to work with people and impact professionals all day long across a slew of different menu items or whatever you want to say, right? Different systems and paths. So, and no disrespect to any other model out there at all. This is what I tell people who ask me. You remember, Isaac, and you're a couple years younger than me, but when I was in the 7th grade, every single kid was dying for a Michael Jordan starter jacket, one of those parkas. Do you remember that?
Dude, yes. I was jealous because my sister got one.
Yeah. And then
She
like
didn't
a
even like
few
basketball.
years and then
Obviously I've gotten over it and I know what it
yes. And then a few years prior to that, everybody was playing Mario on Super Nintendo, right? Like in 3rd
Mhm.
grade, right? So there were these two big, like, big things that everybody did. Let me tell you, when I was in 3rd grade, I saved my money, and I was the first kid in my school to buy a Sega Genesis.
Okay.
Right in 7th grade, when my dad took me to go get his Michael Bulls Parker starter jacket, I went and got a Pistons jacket instead.
Nice.
Right, so I
Yeah.
like to forge my own path. Why did I choose LPT? Number one, I like to forge my own path. Number two, I love the trajectory of this business model with
Okay.
LPT. When I was a listing agent, and if in case anyone was wondering, I've been the number one listing agent in this town ever. When I was a full-fledged listing agent, I just had to add that in. I would always walk up to every listing appointment with a menu of options, right? You just want to pay me 1%. I'll take a picture with my cell phone and you can never hear from me again, right? You want to pay me this, you want to pay me this. There is a menu of options on what you're going to get from me. As I've always understood the power of having options. Right? Options provide stickiness, it provides more opportunities, and it gives more chances to work with a different kind of professional, right? So understanding LPT's models has been really good because it's very unique. I think Robert is super brilliant in the way that he's had it set up, right?
Yeah.
Like you have the one plan, you have the business builder plan, you have the broker partner plan, you have the new aperture stuff, right? Like, bro, right? So like,
I haven't even started on that like
I
in a
know,
major
me
way,
neither.
bro. It's insane.
But like, so I was speaking at a Maverick event with the John a couple months ago, and Robert was there, and I said, one of the ways that you grow, there's like 5 or 6 main levers of growth. One of them is traffic. You can get more traffic. Number 2 is people. So always keep on growing KFR, right? Number 3 is products. For example, I have a mortgage company. I have a property management company. And one of the ways is offers. You can grow if you have more offers. So I was on stage at this Maverick event, John's event in Dallas. I was talking about ways to grow your business. And I was like, look at Robert. He has 2 models that are both awesome. He said, well, we got 3 now. And I was like, wait. So that night, actually, I was all, dude, I need to go to dinner with Robert tonight. So we went there and I heard, I was like, you got another offer and they're all so sticky, right? You guys, like, offers are the way that you grow. More offers out there, more ways to get business. I see. So we talked about the flexibility. I'm a tech guy. You guys know me. I used to get on stages and talk about CRMs and automations back in like 2015, right? That's like, I used to be the lead gen tech guy. I don't know how I outgrew that, but I'm kind of happy that I did. And it's important to be aligned with the tech that the agents actually frigging use.
Yeah.
Not something that you decided to make up yourself and, think it was going to be the be all end all and never really getting off the ground. Not like some, hurry up and rushed partnership just to get competitive. LPT started with these partnerships, right? Which I think is really important by having, once again, different options. Next, there's a pre-IPO opportunity here. I don't know about you, but I've had many different businesses. As a matter of fact, one of my former attorneys for another life just left. He had lunch with me, which was cool to catch up. I've had many different businesses and different models and many incredible opportunities. I don't know like how I have half of the opportunities that I have, all the opportunities that I have, right? I'm just a guy that shows up every day. And just being able to get that pre-IPO status and work on that is very exciting. And I think that's a once in a lifetime deal. Straight up. I have a big influence. I know that. I think it just comes from posting on social media 3 times a day, right? Like my coach told me to 8 years ago, and it turns out he was right. Having an influence with a sticky offers and products, the flexibility, we will not lose by partnering up with LPT. Okay, I see a question in here. I see people talking about building stools to weather storms. Why did you select LPT over other models? The one deciding factor for me, James, and James, hello, thanks for the great question, is scrappy leadership. Let's
Mm.
face it, dude. And this is not to get into politics, but we just went through a pretty, I don't know, fucking crazy. I was gonna try and not cuss, but we just went through a pretty crazy presidential election. If you guys, I'm sure you all know that. I think that the evidence for having strong leadership is more important than ever, just based on how that election was ran. And I felt a piece of that too, right? Not getting into politics. In my experience, Robert and his leadership team, they're the scrappiest. They are not ivory tower leaders, and they're willing to come in and do the work, get their hands dirty, literally collaborating with people like me. And that was the big needle mover for me, James. All right. Do you have any other questions? Or Isaac?
Everyone's just excited. I have questions. So when you talk about strong, scrappy leadership, you talk about a lot of these things. One of the things that you're really well known for, besides being like the digital lead guy for years, which I think is super helpful because like most people don't even know how to do that,
Sure.
and that's for a different day. But you're a marketing guy. You're a lead gen guy. You understand the value of brand building and stuff like that. Tell me a little bit more about what you've experienced, because that's one of the things that we tout at LPT is like, we're a marketing company. We focus on that. You have brand building, all these different things. Like, how does that size up to what you know? Right? Because a lot of people could say that. Like, I could say I'm an amazing marketer until I get near Dean Graziosi,
Sure.
right? Or something like that. So tell me a little bit about like what's been your experience? How have you measured up? How have the tools measured up to what you expect from a marketing company?
So let me, just let everyone know, right? I'm part of the top marketing mastermind in the world right now, Driven Mastermind, ran by one of my mentors, Perry Belcher, who is definitely not watching because he could give a shit about real estate. But but I mean, he likes to buy it, but he doesn't. He's not over on this webinar watching us. So I'm on the forefront of all the digital marketing stuff all the time. I had a 2-hour call with him this morning talking about even more AI stuff that I haven't even opened the book on. So Isaac, we'll be busy next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna be losing sleep next week. I already know it.
Yeah.
I already know it. Dude.
So a place where Robert and I really collaborated and it excited me, and I feel like him too, was RP getting started would go buy all of Dan Kennedy's books, right? And implement a lot of that stuff. If you look at my cabinet right now and you look at my desk, the only books I have out are Dan Kennedy's books. Right? So being the fact that Robert came from that, dude, that's so cool for me. Right? I love like I'll be straight up. When I first received my power pack, I opened it up real fast, got distracted by the kids, a call, a dog, or something, and put it to the side. I said, "Oh yeah, there's some stuff in there. That'll be cool." I think it was really like 2 months till I really opened it up. I was working out in my garage, and I opened it up in between sets. You're in there all sweaty, like I'm like got a minute to kill. Like I'm gonna just go ahead and open up this box. I opened it up. I was like, holy shit, dude! Like, we get all this, right? And then I showed it to a couple of my agents, and my agents got super excited. Like they have the ability to leverage these tested and proven products that LPT provides. Dude, I don't know if I haven't been paying attention, but I haven't seen anybody else provide anything like that. So that part on the market,
there's people who provide boxes. I've heard.
Yeah, like moving boxes.
I don't know. I've literally heard like my company provides a box, and I was like, "What's in it?" And they're like, "Oh, well, just nothing. It's like the shell." But that's a whole different story.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Well, because here's the thing that I saw too. I mean, I saw the same thing, right? Which was, dude, and kind of goes to piggyback on that question. And they didn't ask me that directly, but I'm gonna give my version of an answer to like why this company over others. Like, dude, I had the opportunity, and you had me even more opportunity than I did to go and interview pretty much anybody we wanted, right?
Yeah.
In terms of brokerages. Like, dude, let's be
Absolutely.
real. You can walk into any brokerage, and Suneet may or may not say this about himself, but I'll say it for him. He could walk into any brokerage and be like, I want this, this, and that. And they'll go, yeah, would you like a free office with that, sir?
Yeah,
Right? Like,
totally.
so
100%.
when I had those conversations, the thing I couldn't get to the bottom of with most of these companies was, okay, but like, how are you going to help agents sell more real estate? Like, I know what's in it for me as somebody who runs a YouTube channel, a recruiter. I have influence in the marketplace. I'm a coach, right? All these things could also be said about you at a higher level. Um, cool. I know what's in it for me at all these companies, and I could make a killing, sure. But what's in it for the people that I'm attracting? What's in it for the people that I'm leading? What's in it for the person who goes, dude, I sold 6 houses last year. It proved to me that this is a viable career option, but now it's time to make money.
Well,
What
I
are you
mean,
all doing? And I
yeah,
saw that with LPT with all their marketing. I go, okay, you guys are doing something.
let me
And
tell
I
you,
started
like,
learning about it. I'm like, oh, you guys are doing a lot of something.
if you're a leader of a group of people professionally, it is part of your friggin' job description to look out for the people that you are leading, right? Um, you do not want to get into something where it only benefits you,
True.
right? Straight up, right? So I got all the details and I called my top producers. I showed them, you know, Robert's his video on the website, right? I showed him the examples online. Not a single one of my agents had any question on how this could improve their business. Instead, and not one of them is going to make any less money either. Let me add that.
Yeah.
Instead, they all got excited over the opportunities that they're going to get. If you're a leader, if if you're a leader leading a group of people, it's your job to look out for your pack.
Yep.
This was the move. I mean, what am I going to do? Like try to compete? No, right? Like I don't want to, right? Like I'll tell everybody watching this. I've had the number one team in this city for 4 or 5 years. I've been on top of the number one on the MLS for as long as I can remember. Not number two, not number three, number one. As a matter of fact, number two is one of my agents who's a co-agent on a bunch of my deals, and I tell him that he doesn't deserve to be on the list. So I should really be number one and number two because the MLS messed up. Okay, right? I had more billboards than anybody's ever had in this damn town ever. Mel will tell you that. Mel, who's in the comments, right? I had more listing signs with my name on it than anyone in this town ever. I chose to walk away from that brand. I chose to walk away from a dominating brand. Jason, Robert, number one, Jason, good to see you. Number two, Robert Palmer is the CEO of LPT, brother. So I chose to walk away from that brand for this opportunity. I've made plenty of mistakes in my life, many that I would never talk about on a meeting like this, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think this is one of them. And so far, it's proven not to be.
That's huge, man. So talk to me about what you're most excited about. So that explains like why you made the move, right? It makes a lot of sense. You got agent choice. It's in alignment with how you do business. You believe that there's strong, scrappy leadership, and that's what's needed in today's market. The marketing works as a digital marketer, as a branding guide expert, as a professional marketer, and with a sea of choices. It's pretty obvious why you made that. So everyone, you guys can go, but there's more, which is right. Like you guys got the answer to your question. That's why you made the move. All right. The question is now, okay, cool. What are we going to do with that? Like, what are you excited about right now? I know
You
what
know,
I'm excited about, and I know we're gonna share something in just a minute. But what are you excited about, man?
I am so excited about having the opportunity to impact more and more real estate professionals who care about their business, right? Like that kind of opportunity, that is the Mel, there was more than just the one on Highway 99, okay? But there's more than just that one. But I get to impact more real estate professionals internationally. I pinch myself every day that I have multiple roles where I get to do that, right? Um, I'm excited about this pre-IPO opportunity. And I'm excited about partnering with you, Isaac, and building a community that we are going to both make sure can be the learning hub for agents of every kind of business, with every kind of goal, not charge anybody for anything, but just give people the opportunity to learn from us. I mean, guys, I'll tell you a story about Isaac. It was 2017, and some dude like sold me some recruiting leads, and I missed those leads. I
We
would
can
buy
get
them.
him. We can get that dude back. By the way, it'll be more
He just
expensive than
added
he
me
used.
on Facebook this week again. I was like, oh, he's
Yeah,
back. Okay,
he's
good.
back.
So I got some recruiting leads, guys, because I was really hard up to recruit a lot of people, right? So I bought some recruiting leads, and I'm all great. What's the script? Like, I didn't know. And the dude that sold the leads like told me some shit, and I was all, oh, like, I don't know if that's like that doesn't sound right, bro. Like, you sound like a marketer, not really somebody calling leads. He said, let me introduce you to my boy, Isaac Guzman, right? Isaac and I had never met. I was not some well-known coach at that point. Isaac did not, wasn't the sales manager of one of the other top teams in the country and the state. And the dude took the time out of his day to literally teach me how to recruit on a phone call. I was walking in the parking lot, smoking a cigarette at the time. I don't smoke anymore. Smoking is bad. And I was just sucking it down, dude, and listening to you. And that always has such a big impact. So I'm excited to be able to partner up with you and work with you and just provide this opportunity to agents of all business levels, of all goals, whether you're in LPT or not for right now, right? And have it be completely free. So if you're
And
watching, Isaac, are you ready for me to drop the link?
no, actually not yet. Only
Okay.
because there are some
Yeah,
questions. There are some questions, and I'm gonna be real. Some of them feel like softball questions to make it amazing and cool, but we got to answer the questions, right? We're here for this. So, what's the best thing? Jason Clark, our boy out of Canada, asked, "Hey, Suneet, what's the best thing you found about LPT so far?" That was a what LPT has this tool? Okay, so like what LPT has this tool? Like has there been anything that's come up?
bro, like Connect 2.0 is dope. That thing is incredible. As a brokerage owner, long brokerage owner, talking about how it checks off all the boxes for so much, Connect 2.0 is incredible. And I've barely scratched the surface on it. I've been too busy on phone calls with everybody interested in what we're doing, right? To even be able to get in there and log in. So that's a big one. All the marketing stuff, dude, is just incredible, Jason. Like, you're a marketer, Jason, right? Like, as of me being a brokerage owner, and a team leader, sure, I had a bunch of marketing stuff for my team. However, like, there was a big there was a lot of friction in me getting into agents in my brokerage, right? LPT has Follow Boss, right? I still have my own Follow Boss, but if you're not a long time, shit, last time I checked, I was on the front page. I'm on the website of Follow Up Boss. I'm on the homepage of it, right? So I'll always keep my own Follow Up Boss, but I think for agents maybe who want to leave my team and move on or do something else, but stay within the LPT family, like, having the same systems that I use is a huge plus, dude. So Jason, to answer your question, every tool that they have, and I don't even have all of them yet. I was just texting with Robert a little bit ago. I was I need to learn all this stuff, man, because this looks really great.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I love that. Jim, I'm gonna put your post up. LPT is the easiest thing you'll ever sell because you don't have to. I
Yeah.
love that. It's very true. I've seen that for sure.
It's 100% true. I mean, for everyone listening, like, I'm a recruiting coach. Like, I have many people that hire me to help them recruit. The amount of people that I've been able to recruit in the last 2 weeks to my team, I think we're at like 25 in the last 2 weeks, dude.
Damn.
Like, people just lining up, and people who were on the edge of signing or making a decision. And Keith, if you say agent attraction, great. I call it recruiting and hunting, right? Like there's a big difference for me. I'll never say that I'm into agent attraction. I'm into recruiting and hunting. Okay. What other questions?
Let's see. Who had one? Your boy Mike had one. Where was it? Oh, did the comp plan make a big difference on the decision you made to make the move? How does this benefit your agents?
Sure. So, Mike, great question. Good to see you on here too. Let me tell you guys, like Big Block Realty North in Sacramento was economically the best plan in town, right? Which was on purpose. When I started my team at another big box company, and the same place where you came from, Isaac. That's where I started my team. And the agents would have a really hard time making any money paying a double split. So when I decided to open up a brokerage, it was important to me that the brokerage fees were as low as possible. So number one, I could recruit more people. Number two, the agents on my team wouldn't have to worry about double splits. And I had an agent sell like three $350,000 homes in 1 month and still have to like borrow some money to pay her bills. And that really was challenging for me.
That's tough.
Right. So I made it so that my brokerage was the best deal in town till LPT opened up. I was like, well, this is a better deal. It's going to be even easier for me to recruit more people. It's going to be even easier for me to make sure that my agents can make the money that they need to make from working their asses off in this hard market, right? Like, I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. You're a bad leader if you're not worried about the people that you're leading.
Yeah. I mean, that's huge because that's one of the things too. That's what I was saying. I'm like, I know what I can get out of a lot of these other companies, but what can the people that follow
Dude, I could walk into somewhere and get like you said, I can get whatever I want.
Yeah.
Right.
And by the way, a lot of people at LPT, we're talking, you talk some of the big players, right? Some of our buddies, they could do the same thing. They could walk into the
100%.
next brokerage and there's something to it. And guys, here's the biggest fallacy out there.
Good word.
And thank you. I have a dictionary at home. I open it once in a while.
Yeah,
Here's the biggest fallacy out there is that people are jumping because of these early adopter and stock boost program. That's not why they're choosing LPT. It's
dude,
why
I
they're
didn't even know about that stuff till like,
dude, most people don't. Most
Yeah.
people don't. They're like, wait, hold on. I got early adopter shot. I got a 1.4 multiple on stock. Like somebody called me that's been part of it for a while and was like, hey, what's this booster program about that I just got awarded? I'm like, well, first of all, hi. Second of all, like, let me explain it to you. I was a complete stranger. They just see my YouTube videos.
Oh, awesome.
So anyways, the point being, a lot of people think like, oh, because I see posts of people who maybe they just don't understand it. Maybe they understand it and understand also like, hey, I can scare people into thinking things that aren't true. And I put this post up when we found out California was open. I said, hey, there's a number of responses. There's people who are going to be ignorant about it. There's people who are going to be interested. There's people who are going to be watching, and there's people who are going to be scared. And I think some of the people that are scared for good reason, they're saying things like, oh, well, everyone's just going because of the hype, because it's early adopter program. If you go, it's like you clearly haven't taken a look at it. You clearly haven't looked at all the options.
Totally.
What's happening. And in addition to that, most people, everybody I'm meeting, they're like, cool. Yeah, I'm going to move now instead of 3 weeks from now when I was thinking about it because of the early adopter program, but they're not coming because of the early adopter program.
Totally.
That's just
Yeah.
added bonus. And let's be real, Robert created that in the stock boost program for a very specific reason. Hey, anybody who's a fence sitter, let's make it a no-brainer. Boom.
Yeah.
Now, Michael Manos brought up something, and I think we kind of hinted at it with the aperture thing, but he said, hey, he'd like to hear your perspective on building out more than just a real estate brokerage, but building like a mammoth holding company made for global domination. And that's a lot of good buzzwords, but talk to me about
Michael, like I really love what you said. And I'm thinking more about the real estate side because that's what my people need.
Yeah.
Right. I never think about it that the way you did. So I'm going to remember this question probably for the rest of my career. So Michael, thanks for that. But dude, like I said, I was all about leading the people into the best thing for them, right? My agents that have trusted me forever, that we're part of a family, and this is the best move for them. That's why I did it. All this other stuff, the mammoth of a holding company made for global domination, that sounds great too. Never something that I really think about when my focus is on my agents.
Yeah.
Sorry if that answer sucks, but
Well, and I'll speak to it real quickly. What he's referring to is the fact that we also have Aperture Realty, which is a luxury brand. It's a completely separate broker or completely separate company, but held within LPT Realty
yeah,
Holdings or LPT Holdings. And so there's more on the horizon. We'll give you more updates, and maybe we'll jump on um, and launch one of our first podcast episodes, which is a little teaser for something we're building
yes,
with Michael. So because he has a really good pulse on that. So I love that.
good,
All
cool,
right,
Michael.
let's talk about what we're launching, dude. Let's break it down. Let's drop the link. Let's do the fun stuff.
All right, guys. So I think that there's a real need out there for. I think that there's a real need out there for accessible information for free from agents, for agents, regardless of where they are in their business.
Yep.
Regardless of how much money that they have to spend on it. And to have that place be a no judgment place, just all about value. Right. And so I've been thinking about that for a while. That's why we decided to launch our free online learning community. So I want everyone to go to their phones right now and fill out the form. But it's the agentwarroom.com. There will be completely free courses in there. I think we got 2 in there so far. Well, we've been having all our VAs taking our courses and getting them up in there every day. But it's a totally free agent community, regardless of brand. Okay. It's a totally free real estate community, regardless of brand. We could have done it on Facebook, but there's cooler stuff out there now. So we did it in another platform, and it's called agentwarroom.com. You could go to join, or you just put up the normal link, actually, Isaac, just agentwarroom.com. I fixed that last night. I didn't like that. You had to be.
I created the banner too early. Then there it is.
Yeah.
Look at me being proactive.
Yes, agentwarroom.com. Everybody, go in. There's never going to be anything to sell you in there.
There's no upsells. Like, this is our commitment. We made this commitment.
Yeah.
And by the way, me and Suneet are the founders of Agent War Room, but we're not the only contributors. The people that are contributing to this, our co-founders, are world-class people, all people that we got Alex Rivlin, Mike Cabras, right? Like, there's people who are focused on building that ecosystem. And again, our commitment is you're never going to get upsold anything. Now it doesn't mean you won't ask us for other things outside of that area, but you'll never get asked to pay for anything to access that. A good example is one of the first courses we put in there is a full-blown SEO course, and it gives like ridiculous depth. Exactly the email sequence, exactly the way you write the your local layering cluster or whatever. Like,
dude, I saw that
with downloads on every single one. Like, dude, I stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning making sure.
I know. I was on this dude. I woke up at 5. I'm on this dude texted me at 12:45.
Because we're committed, dude. That's all.
Yeah,
we get. Like, here's the other thing: we have a staff now for that too.
Yeah,
we have a staff that's actually helping with just this free community. Like, that's our core focus, is delivering more value than you've ever seen at any free platform or any paid platform for that matter you've ever seen. So I'm excited for that, man. In addition to that, we'll be launching the Agent War Room podcast. Hopefully we'll get Michael Manos on there to be one of our first guests.
Hell yeah.
Massive holding company. Anything else? So here's my question. Somebody's on the fence. They're thinking about LPT. Maybe they want to learn a little bit more about how, we support the people that partner with us at LPT. How do they get a hold of you, man? If they don't already know, obviously, if they're here, they can message you on Facebook. How else? What are they going to do?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a serious conversation about what we're talking about, shoot me a text message. It's 916-216-7375. 916-216-7375. It's honestly, Brian, I don't know what's going on with that. The tech all worked last night. If you have a challenge, if you don't get an email to log in, then just shoot me a text on my phone number and I'll have someone from the team look at that. It worked good last night, so I hope it's working.
It worked with me yesterday.
And then also, you guys, the best way to reach me oftentimes is just on Instagram. I look in my DMs more than I do my cell phone sometimes, my Apple message. And that's just Suneet _ it's not working great. Suneet _ Agarwal.com. Just go ahead and opt in to agentwarroom.com. We'll send you that text code and we'll get that fixed. Awesome.
Sweet. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. I know you got a bunch of stuff going on today. And just so you guys know, for those of you guys who are, and Gregory, by the way, we did answer that earlier. He asked why LPT over EXP and Real. We did answer that earlier in the call. So if you want to watch this, it'll be posted. You can rewatch it. But essentially, it's tools to help agents actually succeed. And the compensation structure is more advantageous for his agents than anywhere else. And then that strong and scrappy leadership. There's something to be said for having a person who's built multi-billion-dollar businesses in the real estate industry off of marketing and advertising, Robert Palmer. There's something to be said for having that person be at the helm of the company, when we all know that marketing, advertising, and branding is the strongest thing you can do for your business long-term. So that alignment, like we always say, bet on the jockey, not on the horse.
Yes.
Yeah, we got another great jockey as part of the LPT family. I'm super excited to partner up with you and keep building this thing, dude. I plan on getting zero sleep for the next X amount of years to build this.
Good, because I never sleep.
Good. So, all right, everybody, we'll let you get back to it. Thank you all for this. We appreciate it. Suneet, dude, love you, brother. Let's
get after it.
All right.
All right, guys. See ya.